Hello. I'm just at home right now and about to head to Patio. So I first started hearing about the seedlings of Patio back in like September 2024. This was when I just flew to the States to see Will and we were gonna fly to Mexico together. And he told me that Cyril had reached out to him. Now, prior to this, Will had been wanting to open a bar for a while. Like, there was a period where I would be walking with him in town and he would be like, that lot's open, that's the price. Like, he kind of memorized all of the available options. And Cyril reached out to him and they had already known each other because they were poker buddies. Cyril had a bar on Fambigen for like 7 years and he was kind of just getting to the point of being tired of it and he wanted to move out to Da Nang and open up the kitchen. So yeah, they both got together and originally Patio was not that. It was a completely different concept, completely different lot, but it was scooped out at the last minute. And so I remember being with Will and he was going on the Vietnamese listing websites because he's actually pretty good at that. And he found the spot right away, sent it to Cyril who was here, and he's the one that like got the contracts and things moving again. It was really like planning, problem, and then kind of like that. Because Cyril wanted to make the food, he really wanted like a date night spot, whereas Will wanted more of like a community friendly hangout spot. Like where we met was this bar Twist in Saigon that's kind of known for, you just kind of show up. You never really make plans there. You just kind of show up, see who's there, and eventually you kind of know everybody and everybody's friends. So I kind of just took both sides and I combined it. I know that Patio does not follow the corporate branding structure, but if you follow corporate and you target the tourists and all of this kind of stuff, you're gonna get tourists. You're gonna get people that are in and out of the city in a couple of days. And we wanted regulars. The structure of the Patio branding is not corporate and it's not standard. And yes, obviously, and that's very intentional. We wanted a community spot. There is a structure behind it. It's just, I didn't really tell anyone about it until it was kind of done, In Da Nang, there's a lot of digital nomads or expats that are here for years and years. And so we really targeted the Facebook groups and the people that were, doing research and looking for their spot when they would come to Vietnam and stay here longer term. The structure that I took was not the normal standard structure. I honestly just based it off of Bali coffee shops. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of weird, but that aesthetic, that vibe is already quite familiar to digital nomads, so it's not something new. I only told them like a year in, oh, I was making Patio like Bali, which sounds objectively weird, which is why I didn't say anything first. I just did it first. And then now that I say it, it actually clicks. There's like a Bali vibe because the whole concept of Patio is like, it's the calm in the chaos. It's not supposed to be a like club, it's not supposed to be a bar. It's the place where you get a glass of wine, a cocktail, sit with some food, chill, talk with your friends. Then when it comes to like the aesthetics of the spot, Cyril's last bar was, Biggie themed, like Notorious B.I.G. And so he did ask me for some suggestions. And Will was very much so like, can you, I'm like, When all of the pillows and everything was first put together, it looked really good. But then Will sent me the pictures and the pictures did not look good. And so I immediately booked a flight. Yeah, I was not having it. In the beginning, the boys wanted me to make things a little bit more standard. And I was kind of like, nah. I know it's crazy. If you post a spot like a hidden gem, people are going to start seeing it as a hidden gem marketing or something. I don't know. I'm a Virgo, Will's a Virgo. That's very like detail oriented, very like planning. And then Cyril's a Taurus, which is like, they just see things through taste, touch, and smell. So it's only fitting that he does the food. And yeah, I just see Tauruses as like stubborn vibes. If it's not the right vibe, don't even bother with them. But it kind of works with the whole combination of everyone together. One of the funniest things I've seen at Patio is there was this group that came in. There was about 6 or 7 of them. And 2 of them were married and had kids. And so what they did was they left the kids there with one adult and the rest just went drinking. And then like every hour, they would alternate a different person in the friend group to come back and watch the kids. I thought it was amazing. There was one time though, like Will texted me at 3 a.m. and he said that, there is currently a man sleeping, 2 children, and nobody else in the bar. I feel weird. But then the parents came back like 5 minutes later, so it was all good. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I think it's really funny because I love people watching and I have found myself in the position of people watching. Like I go to Patio every night and essentially what I do is like hiding from behind the bushes and hiding from behind walls to take pictures. That's kind of what I do. And also I sit there and sip my drinky drink. Yeah. Anyway, let's head to Patio. It is a Friday night, so let's go.
It is a Friday night at Patio. It's like 9 p.m. right now. A Coke to start off the night.
Will just handed me some pork rinds.
Dinner time.
I changed spots because there's too many people.
It's the first rush. Usually there's a rush about 10:30, 11. It's 11, almost close to a full house. Only a couple tables left. I'm getting my espresso martini. Finishing touches from my espresso martini. Yes, thank you.
2 large dark and 1 large light.
Very yum. Second espresso martini.
I really like going to Patio because the range of people that you see going in and out is so fascinating to me. Past midnight right now, but basically this will keep going until like 3, 4 a.m. On weekends, I've heard Will closing up at like 6 a.m. It's crazy.
Hi, doggies at Patio. Oh, you're so cute.
You know who's playing right now? Queen Latifah. I should do a Queen Latifah arc on Threads one day. I'll do it one day. I am home. I had a lovely night and I'm very ready to go sleep now. But I hope you guys like this little episode of Patio. And yeah, I'll see you next time.